everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So it's been a little bit since I just did kind of a casual making video with you. I know it's been a lot of like flip throughs and other kinds of videos because I have been working like a busy bee on a few projects that I have had kind of on my queue of things to finish. So that being said, I'm happy to just do a little bit of work in my creativity sampler today. In case you're unaware, this is my creativity sampler where I am recording my projects in a method that's sort of like stamp collecting. So this was my Moon's astrology journal. This were my fairy journals. So just kind of a little creative page. This is my Patreon journal kit that I do, the Journal Together monthly kit. I played with that a little bit in this journal. This page I want to keep for my August project of no thrifting, and I want to paint these two sections or possibly collage over them, and I want to record everything in my studio that I've used up. Like, I've got to do that today. I'm going to try to paint those, but what I want to do right now is I want to work on this page, and I want to document my death and mourning journals that I've just completed. I've just completed 3 death and mourning journals, one of which is still in my shop. The other 2 have flown away home, and so yeah, I've just kind of grabbed the remainders of things that I had that I've been using that were left over in my stash for that project. So let me pull it out here. Bits and bobs of a few different things. So I think I first need to cover up my background a little bit, and I don't know if I have enough possibly to just collage. We'll see. Yeah, so it's been a very busy week. I apologize if I have not had as many videos as I normally do in a week. I've just been really busy. Thankfully, my daughter is feeling a lot better from her still mystery kind of illness. The fever has abated and she's more herself, not feeling as like lethargic as she was, and she's you know, getting kind of back to normal. We still don't know necessarily what it was. The pediatrician is also a little bit you know, confused. My big concern is just that it could come back again, because it did last time. Like, she had neck pain and fever and a little rash on the back of her neck, and then it all went away and then it came back. So yeah, it's kind of stressful in that regard. I think this is too busy for a background. We need something a little calmer. Let me grab my scraps. So yeah, she's doing a lot better now. I'm going to use maybe some of this old scrapbook, this old ledger paper, because I did use some of that actually in the death and mourning journals as well. So yeah, she is doing considerably better now, and I just hope that once she's finished taking the antibiotics that they prescribed, that it doesn't creep back like it did last time. Like what one of the doctors said to me, which does make sense, is that it's possibly just that it's like, you know, it's a viral infection that's a little bit virulent. And, you know, she did finish her antibiotics, but maybe she just needed a little bit more. They try to do the very minimum, you know, so we are just going to kind of follow that. But I've been assigned a pediatrician for her, which is great. That is really great. And she said to me, you know, call me, email me, whatever, if you notice any chance of this coming back, and we will dig deeper. But I mean, she was really great. Like, she was talking to me about how, you know, a lot of children, especially that are post-COVID, are having all sorts of different mysterious and sometimes quite serious side effects. And she was talking about like all sorts of different things, but she even checked for Lyme disease, Kawasaki, what they're calling Miss C, which is like a post-COVID type condition, just in case, you know, my daughter you know, had COVID but didn't present any symptoms or something, like, because I guess some kids can do that, but then there is, like, you know, a more longer term effect. So she did check for all of that. She was extremely thorough. I really appreciated that, because, you know, sometimes you can get doctors who are kind of dismissive and they don't look for the weird things, and she did. So I have to say I felt very well taken care of. I'm very thankful for our healthcare system here in Canada. Because, yeah, it's a lot of stressful stuff to be, like, looking out for your kiddos. Okay, let's do that. But, yeah, I'm happy to kind of be getting a little bit back to, like, a normal routine. I was feeling kind of cooped up in the house a lot because she just needed rest, and she's actually been extremely reasonable about getting rest. I was expecting her to be a lot less willing to just take it easy because she's, you know, a wild 5-year-old, but she was actually very good at understanding that that's what her body needed. And so, but yeah, outside of that, it's been very, very warm here. I have to say I'm pretty happy that we got a new HVAC system in this house. We had to do that. The old one was the one that was original to the house, and it was about probably 15 years old, but we'd kind of been riding it out, not wanting, because, you know, it's not a small purchase, and it's a lot to spend and a lot to invest in your home. And so we finally had to, though, because the air just, I think it probably, the system was a little old and it probably needed more Freon, but it was too old to want to, like, get it refilled. And also, like, the only reason we kept the system around as long as we did is because my dad is very informed and able to repair and check things. My dad is very skilled at all that kind of electrical stuff and HVAC stuff, so he was helping to maintain it for us a bit, making sure that there were, like, no concerns with the things that you can maintain on an HVAC system, making sure there was no risk for carbon monoxide, and that, you know, that the coils and the air filtration and all of that were all, you know, good. He was able to check all that kind of stuff, but then it just kind of got to a point where we were like, this system is too old, let's just take the plunge and do that. But the people were really good, and I feel very good that it's dealt with now. One less thing. And then today after work, I have to go to the post. All of my packages have to go out, so if you have ordered anything from my shop, it will be on its way to you today. I thankfully have been able to keep up on packages despite all of the running around to doctors and stuff. I typically ship same day or next day as much as I can. It only ever gets extended like maybe another day if anything, you know, kind of wonky is going on. So I think I'm going to use, like, some of these little eyes. I have those little digital eyes. I also, and where I mostly am going to do this in the stamp format, for little bits that I have, like these things, I think I'm going to use them too, just because they add to the aesthetic look, as well as, like, little, this is like a little newspaper clipping, and this is a little, like, vintage church stamp thing. I would normally keep something like this to use in another journal, but I'm going to keep one for myself because they're just really pretty. And then I've got these little information snippets about funerals. Just to use up these eyes. I mean, those are really good to use in other journals too, but I think I'm just going to use them in here because it's kind of cool. Oh, we have another one of those little, is this one different? No, it's the same, so I'll keep that for another journal. Those are from the 1920s scrapbook. This is a Mourning image from a book. I'm just going to pop a stamp out of that, and that will go on here. And then we have a Release the Craftin' tag. I'm going to steal one of those stamps as well from that. Maybe I'll make an extra one so I don't waste. And we'll see if I'll use that or I'll put it in my bits and bobs. And I have lots of William Morris wallpaper that I used in these journals. So I'll grab one of those. Maybe I will cut the rest of these out too, just to have them. This is why I always have lots of collage fodder, because I use things up this way and I keep them in this bin next to me. Or actually I could put that in there too. And maybe this. Okay, let's take a look at how this is shaping up. I'm going to leave the little girl there with the flowers. I think it fits the theme. We have one of these old poems. About grief. And I think I will just steal this first verse. Maybe plunk it there. Set the other verse aside. And then I have this graveyard image. Yeah, I'm hoping to get caught up on a few things. I'm planning to, this weekend, do a bunch of fabric mordanting for my eco printing I want to do. Got a little bit done, but I now have like plans for a whole bunch of different projects that I'm hoping to get to. There's just lots to be done these days. Grab this horse, this scary horse. Okay, I don't need that. This can go. This I will put on here. Maybe just trim it down a little. Sight after death. The practice of closing the eyes of a corpse originated in the beliefs that this would make the ghost unable to see and torment living people. I don't know if I want to use that one. I'm just going to use this one, I think. Yeah, I'll just plunk that here. And we have another morning photo. Maybe I will grab a little snippet of these ladies. Put that here. These I will save for other projects. And then maybe I will just grab this last image of this mourner. I want it to be up and down. Here we go. All right, I think we are good to just glue this down now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going out a little later. I'm going to go for a drive, and I need to buy some new bathing suits for my kids for our vacation in September, because these children are just growing like wildflowers. And so I managed to get them new shoes yesterday, but literally nowhere has bathing suits, so I'm going to check somewhere else, because I know it's like end of season, so they probably cleared them out already. I'm always terrible at like that kind of thing, like managing what's on sale where. Okay. It's definitely been a little strange going like places, and usually I go to a town and we find a nice naturey place to walk, and we find a nice place to have a meal, like we'll get a takeout, have a picnic somewhere, and I'll look at the local thrift stores and do a little thrifting. But I've not been doing the thrifting part, and that's like, what is going on? I've been watching some thrift haul videos and seeing what other people are picking up, and I'm a little jealous, but I'm also kind of like liking that I went over this morning. I'm starting a new journal project, and I'm actually going to be starting another one. I want to make like at least one kind of commonplace book, and it's really fun to go over to my stack of old books, and I'm just going to grab one and I'm going to start working on it. And I don't have like a bunch of projects that are stacked up in front of me right now, and I'm not adding to my stash. I'm actually taking things away, and that's great. I still have a bunch of books that I need to kind of process down. I don't know if you watched my video where I got all those doll books, but I'm planning some like kind of creepy doll type, like maybe not a series. I don't want to do another journal series right now, but I might make one or two, or maybe just one, of like kind of a creepy dolls as we get toward Halloween, you know. And I'm gonna start making ephemera with those. And I need to break some of those books down. Some of them have amazing covers that I really want to use for a journal, so probably look at doing that. And I'm working away, getting started on my design team project for this month, for Release the Craft. And so this one's a little bit different because she's already got the it's the Rebel Witch kit in her shop, so I'm working on that journal. Usually it's kind of a secret until, you know, the kit gets released, but because we participated in the summer camp takeover, we're all like a little bit behind on things, and we were busy making those videos and coordinating in the background and stuff. So it's kind of optional that we do this month, but I want to, because the kit is so cool. It's really cool. It's really different. Like, I think it was a few months ago, Priscilla asked us, like, you know, what do you think about this? And I was like, I am here for this, yes. So, like, she's really good at doing things like making mood boards and kind of really doing a lot of exploration into her themes that she's working in. Like, she's really good at that, like, visual storytelling kind of thing. And of course, I love her kits so much. I actually want to make, a while ago I got some of her goddess kits, and I've been dying to like make a journal with at least one of them, and probably a couple of them that I picked up. You know, there's just not enough time. There's just not enough time. I wish I had more time. I know I have a lot of people that, you know, want me to make certain kinds of books and stuff, and I'm just kind of puttering along here at my own speed. So there we go. I'm happy with that. So this is a nice documentation of my my death and mourning journals. Now what I might do, I don't know if I'll do like maybe a tip out or something, or I might just do like a little bit of journaling up here to or even just a title like death and mourning journals. What I've been doing in the past with this stuff is for this one, I did my journaling about the project here on this flip out. Here I left myself more space. Here I just left myself almost no space for some reason, but that's totally okay. If I wanted to, I could also cover this and then, you know, kind of write about the death and mourning journals there. So I could definitely do that. But I sort of feel like I might, yeah, you know what, I think I might do that, because I think I want to write a little bit about things that I learned during the process, like the information that I was sharing about how, you know, death and mourning in like what's the word I'm looking for? Like in the representation of how gravestones and clothing and all of those kind of the iconography of death and mourning throughout Victorian times and prior and after changed with how like Catholicism took over for the more prudent purists or you know, that were in Europe at the time, and how things like a flying skeleton's head on a gravestone turned into a cherub, you know, like how all of that changed. So I might write a little bit about like the 17 to 1800s and that sort of thing. So maybe I will cover this with something. Let me check my scrap. I could even follow suit with using this old scrapbook ledger. Oh, this little baby on the back. Poor thing. Sorry, little baby, but you were not able to be used in my... I don't know if I like that, though. I think I want to do something different. I might paint instead. Although, I do have this, which could be cool. Just a simple, like I jelly printed on the back, but it's just, oh, I like it there, maybe. Yay. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to just straighten it up on the guillotine. Hold on. There we go. So, yeah, I straightened this edge on the guillotine. That's a little nicer. Where is my glue stick? Oops, there's a bunch of thread from my ort. Speaking of which, I need to get hustling today. I'm going to look for my fabric I want to use for the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Volume 2. The theme is, I believe, snowflake for the people who are doing winter and Christmas tree for those who are doing Christmas. I'm doing sort of a journal of winter lore, so I'm going to take it on a slight tangent. And I think I want to stitch like a tree of snowflakes that I want to stitch with sequins to make it like a magical forest, wintry forest tree. So yeah, that's where my brain's going with that. So I need to find the fabric today to create that. So when I get that done, when I get all my materials sorted, maybe I will do a video showing you block 2. It's done. I got to post it to Instagram too. I will do that after I make the video. And I have to, and I'll probably do like what I did with the last Roxy's Journal of Stitchery video, where I do kind of the fabric collage layout with you. Yeah, I think I will do that. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm going to do my journaling right here for this project, and then I will come back with another video about something real soon. So talk to you again soon, and if you're interested, I do have one last Death and Mourning journal that's in my shop, and we'll talk again very soon. Bye.